Hey everybody, I'm Jack Reed. Welcome to the War. I'm the designer of Cosmic Odyssey, which is the 7th expansion for Cosmic Encounter. It's the campaign expansion, but it also contains a lot of other variants and expansions to previous variants in the game. And one of the new things that is added in, and it's also kind of an expansion of a previous one, is something called Sky Cities. So there's a set of 8 Sky City cards and then corresponding tokens, which are these small triangular tokens that go on a planet. And Sky Cities are a variation on space stations. So space stations were the variant that was introduced in Cosmic Storm, which is the 4th expansion. And the reason that I came up with Sky Cities was I wanted to have more space stations, but I wanted to have something with a smaller cardboard footprint. So space stations have a pretty big cardboard footprint because they have a token that goes around a planet token, and then it has a little peninsula element to it that has the art for it. But there's only 10 of those in Cosmic Storm. Now there are 10 more space stations in Cosmic Odyssey, but there are also 2 new types of space stations, deep space stations and Sky Cities. So in this video, we're going to take a closer look at all of the Sky Cities and look at what their effects are. So the way that Sky Cities work is, as I mentioned, you're gonna have one of these cards, and there's a lot of different ways that you can start off. You can deal one of these to everybody. You can deal one of each of the 3 types of space stations and have each player choose one, or use all 3, or use 2 of the 3. Because there's 8, every player in up to an 8-player game can have a Sky City. So if you're only playing 4 players, you could deal 2 Sky Cities to everyone and they could choose one. But I wanted to make sure there was at least 8 so that you could have one for everybody in an 8-player game. But once you have chosen one, if you've got a Sky City, you're going to take the corresponding token and you're going to place it on one of your home planets, and that planet is going to have the Sky City. Now, the way that space stations work is you have control of a space station in your system as long as you have a colony on that planet. If you lose the colony on that planet, you lose control of the space station, but nobody takes control of it away from you. Now, you can trade a space station as part of a deal, in which case they would take the space station token. If you were giving your space station away, that player you give it to would place it on one of their home planets, and then they would have that space station effect for as long as they have a colony on that planet. Sky Cities work a little bit differently. So the way they work is everybody who has a colony on the planet that has the Sky City token has use of that effect. So they're a little bit sort of like cloud cities. So it's a space station that is in the atmosphere, and because of its close proximity to the surface of the planet, everybody there has use of it. So the effects reflect that. So we're going to start off with one that's called the Golden City. So this one is whenever you're a main player in the resolution phase, after you make a deal, gain 2 rewards. So that is, again, that's everybody who has a colony on the planet that has the Golden City will have use of that. So if you've got a bunch of players on that planet, they're going to probably be making a lot of deals because they're going to gain rewards. And what's interesting about that dynamic is other people with a space station, if other people all want to target that space station, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be just depriving you of that effect. If they gang up on you and they beat you there and you lose your colony on that planet, then you just don't have that effect. You could somehow gain it back, and maybe you will choose to attack that planet, attack somebody on that planet if you draw your own color. Sky Cities are a little bit different. Everyone's going to gang up on you so that they can get that effect and deprive it from you. So a lot of times players with Sky Cities want to make deals so that they don't lose their Sky City. So that's Golden City. Our next one is called Recycler. So this one, when you're an ally in the resolution phase, as an ally, after the outcome of the encounter is determined, you may shuffle the discard pile and draw 1 card from it at random. So another little nice effect there, especially when some really good cards have ended up in there. You're getting that card at random, so maybe you'll get something you don't want, and nobody has to know what it is that you're getting. Our next Sky City is called the Exhortation Sky City. So this is as any player in Resolution. Each player who does not have a colony on this planet has the following effects. When they fail to make a deal, they lose 3 additional ships. When they have compensation collected from them, increase that compensation by 2 cards. So this is one where everyone's going to want to get a colony on this planet so that they are not suffering these effects. So this one behaves very differently from the other ones. All right, this one is called the Hand Editor. It says any player in any phase, when you draw a new hand, including your starting hand, draw 2 additional cards. So that is nice, especially you'll definitely get use of that at least once if it's on your home planet. Next up, we have the Warp Harvester. So yeah, there we go. It's a nice little token, and it's got the artwork on both sides because it doesn't really matter. Warp Harvester is an ally only in the reveal phase. So as an ally, when you play a reinforcement card, increase its value by the number of ships you have in the warp. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. It's a nice little compensation, not technically compensation, but it's a nice little safety net for having a lot of ships because it makes you a very attractive ally. So you could be getting more invites, and if you're getting rewards, you can certainly use those to get some of those ships out. This one is called Icy Optimization. So this is as offense only in the regroup. So during your regroup phase, instead of retrieving a ship from the warp, you may discard a card from your hand. So it's just a hand management effect. So still nice. I think hand management is critical to trying to win Cosmic Encounter. And this is a nice way to cycle through those. If you've got that and then to draw the new hand to get 2 more cards, that's a nice bit of synchronization there. This one is called the Zaptimizer. So the way this one works is as any player, any phase, you may treat any artifact you play as a card zap. So that would be in lieu of its normal effect. So you're not like, oh, I'm playing Mobius Tubes and I'm card zapping something. It's not doing double duty. Play this card at any time to negate a flare or artifact card. Just as a player attempts to use it, the flare artifact is card. So just some explanation reminding you of what a card zap actually does. And then finally, we have this one, the Big Sky Laser. So it's a little bit of a companion one to the Big Space Laser, which is a space station. So this is a main player only in reveal. As a main player, after encounter cards are revealed, you may add 3 to your total for each player with a colony on this planet. So that's another one where maybe you don't want to have everybody having access to it, but then the more players who have a colony on that planet, the more powerful your Big Sky Laser becomes. So those are the 8 Sky Cities. I really enjoy this. I always liked the space station concept. My only real issue was that there were only 10 of them. So it's nice that Cosmic Odyssey here really bolsters the space station variant. It's giving you 10 more of those classic space stations. So now you have 20 to choose from, which I think is much better. It's giving you the 8 Sky Cities, and it also gives you the 8 deep space stations, which I'll cover those in a separate video. And I like to play it where you deal 1 to everybody, and you just have 3. So you've got a Sky City, you got a space station, and you have a deep space station in every system. It's a little bit bananas, but that's how I like my Cosmic Encounter, is a little bit insane. So that's it for this one. If you have any questions about Sky Cities, how they're supposed to work or how they do work, or any individual effects, let me know. I think they're all pretty straightforward. And if you've had a chance to play with the Sky Cities, let me know what you think of them, as well as just space stations in general. and the mix of the 3 different types of space stations. That's it for this video, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.